Hi guys, welcome to round number 2 for qualifier number 3 in the Kings of the Old World tournament. We're now up to a 9 grand prize pool, looking to potentially be even higher from the original 6 grand prize pool at the end tournament, with each qualifier paying out a $500 award as well. We've got minimoult here on the Chinese versus lethe on the French. So lethe in the red trunks, minimoult in the blue. So it's round number 2, best of 3, game number 1 in the series. Just making sure the server mod's going to kick in. Nice having it, and also having working visible home cities with the mod on. Really the best of both worlds. To see everything. Because without the observer mod, on recordings, like on live games it's not a problem, you can see everything. But on recordings, without the observer mod, you actually can't see anything at structures other than what they're actively researching. Like you can't even see the villages, the potential age ups and techs they've still got to get. So you can't actually use that to say, click on a market and tell you what techs they've researched, unless you catch every single one being researched and remember them. So the beauty is, this will actually give you an active text list as well. And apologies guys, there was a game where someone was playing Indians, I think it might have been Conqueror, and they had no market but they had 2 eco techs for wood. Didn't realise, but that's actually just standard for Indians. I should have known, because I've got access to some of the wood techs anyway in the later ages. But anyway, we've got T export here for minimoult, so he wants to get that free consulate and start trickling some export behind this. So lethe, for now, just shipping some more Kurus. So these guys, unique to the French, a little bit more expensive than the regular villager. They gather a little bit quicker, and they basically also double as a weak skirmisher unit as well, particularly once upgraded. So minimoult Russian allies. I can't remember what bonus this actually gives, and you know, it'd be nice for noobs like me who can't remember what every single bonus is. To have that added in, I guess, future editions of either the base observer or the mod. There is sort of one thing I could beg and ask for. Plus, one thing I could beg and ask the devs for is to fix this fucking bug where I've already got scroll speed and camera acceleration minimized, but it's still super high, and you've got to re-minimize it. So minimoult sending a second shipment here. He wants to get a pair of villages. We saw Coffee Co actually do this in round 1 and go up to another 2 villages and take the tech, which would actually give him 4. Whereas minimoult just going for the 2 villages, because it's per village and town center that you actually get each settler. So his summer palace timing will be pretty quick. Because of that, he's only doing the bare minimum to get some value out of northern refugees. Like if you're sending it and you just get 1 settler, it's almost a waste. And I mean, you're going to need the village anyway, because you're going to get pop capped at 10 if you don't. So he's gone Russians, which means he gets access to an early blockhouse as well. So I think that's one of the real strengths of going with Russians, because for minimoult it means he gets the blockhouse, which is both a barracks and a tower in one. So it really allows him to fend off any of Lethe's early aggression, because I mean, he's French, and well, he's going for an early trading post. Already having aged up as well on 12 Karur. So Minimoult's now got hunting dogs. I mean, no, Lethe's now got hunting dogs and gang saw. Minimoult, Ecotechs. He's just got his first food tech. I can't remember the name of the one for the Asian civs, sorry. I'm noob. And yeah, it's shipped a blockhouse Minimoult, so like I said, he can get a good bit of map control and get the unit production that offers in the one. Does cost him that early shipment, but I mean, he's going to want to get the consulate anyway, and at least he does have this passive trickle on it, so it's going to mean he can get diplomatic intrigue from here anyway, and really rely on early consulate units if he needs. Looks like he's going to ship the step riders first. Obviously that's really going to be the most powerful of the shipments he can just outright field. Either that or maybe the Mandarin Duck Squad. So Lethe's going to pick off Minimoult's Explorer, and he's gotten some of these line infantry. Tartar and Shock Rider. So he's actually shipped native treaties behind the trading post, which is actually behind the pair of trading posts, which has given him quite a few units because he's got Tartar, Shock Rider, mounted and line infantry. Oh, sorry, line infantry. Has he got any mounted? I don't think he does. So he gets 3 out of the 4 native units he's got access to. The one shipment, pretty reasonable. But it's going to be up against this nice comp here from Minimoult, who's been sending a standard army, and he's shipped a bunch of these step riders. So Minimoult for now is going to have plenty to defend here, but he's going to want to fight underneath the blockhouse. So Lethe try and find the opportunity to delay. He's going to delay that village there and can possibly work away at the trading post. Looks like he's going to have to head home though, because Minimoult seems to be raiding and trying to pick his Explorer back up, but perhaps slightly too weak still. So Minimoult going to be able to pick off Lethe's Explorer here, and behind this Minimoult sending wood, while Lethe already has sent wood. I think he sent that. Yeah, the 4 Karul card as well. Minimoult behind this is... So, yeah, just the wood for now. So Lethe able to pick off a couple of Chico New there. The annoying part is with these mixed armies that China makes, it's hard to actually tell what units they're making. Oh, here we go. For mouse over here, it tells me everything. The Chico New Step Rider. Nice mix comp, because it's going to thin out the line infantry, as well as give him this nice melee. Though I don't know if Minimoult's best off trying to take out the trading post. Lethe's going to wear out that infantry count once again by the look of it. Been very aggressive with these Tartars. And he's able to produce both from age 2. Just that he can't make any more line infantry, though he can make mounted infantry if he needs. The Tartars, ranged cavalry, such a great unit for engaging and disengaging like that. Sort of punishing Minimoult for having the melee cavalry and ranged infantry that don't specialize against ranged cav, or against cavalry, sorry. So Lethe's not worrying about repairing the trading post. It's actually really cost effective to repair, much more than I thought it was. It's going to cost him 34 resources to get well over half health. 34 of each resource, and it cost him 100 to build it, so you know, repairing's twice as efficient as replacing the building. I never actually realised how much it was statistically, so it's nice to know. And so yeah guys, quick TLDR. Repairing saves you half the resources it would take to just outright replace the building with another one. If you can do it. But unlike the other Age games where you can just have villagers repair it, you've got to rely on the auto repair, which kicks in after like 15 seconds of being out of combat. So Lethe now going for a bit of an engagement now that he's got some more shock riders. So these guys are going to do well against the Chukonyu. And they do benefit from promotion, so any of them that he keeps alive after getting a couple of kills is going to really excel on the next charge. Tartar's really making it difficult for minimoult to keep any form of front line alive here. So they're just going to outrun any form of infantry, and they can just snipe the melee cavalry from our Chinese player. So his step riders aren't going to do so well, and he is going to get some more pikemen and mostly try and mass up more Chukonyu for now. He does have some more step riders. So Lethe going for a huge push with this cavalry, and it's going to fare pretty well. Even with a few pikemen in the mix, there's just that many ranged units that they can't really tear down all this cavalry, even though they've got such a nice bonus against it. So sentry and a regular here for our Chinese player, but these are also not going to last terribly long. But they don't give Lethe any XP for killing, they just sort of slow down the push here. But minimoult sort of on the ropes already. To Lethe, a lot of initial damage with this French native rush that he's going for. Like we're going to ward off the mounted infantry though. So I don't think they've got quite as much range as the Tartars. Slightly shorter range, so they're not going to be the unit he really wants to be engaging the pikemen with, especially that he does have some of these infantry. So minimoult able to breathe a sigh of relief and try and gather his forces for one last hurrah by the looks of things, but Lethe has been so solid in this game. He's forced out a lot of unit shipments, but for very little gain for his opponent, while he's managed to get all these bonus damage and health, all these combat shipments for his natives. So I think he might have broken minimoult here. They've focused down the War Academy, and minimoult tapping out. GG. It's game number 1.